ariko ndasaba ko bakanda subscribe please.
Asante.
Bayikande kuri Muzige TV general ikanze.
A night the world must remember. There are places in the world that look ordinary from the outside, small, quiet, unremarkable. Gatumba was one of those places, a transit camp on the western edge of Burundi, a few kilometers from the border of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Cooking fires in the morning, children playing in the dust between the tents, families who had already survived so much, who had walked away from war, from burning villages, from everything they had ever owned, and who had arrived here, registered their names, and told themselves, "The worst is over. We are safe now." They were not safe. On the night of August 13th, 2004, armed men entered Gatumba refugee camp and did not stop until 166 people were dead. Another 106 were wounded, many of them for the rest of their lives. Most of the dead were women and children, people who had been asleep, people who never saw it coming. The attack lasted less than 1 hour. 20 years later, not one person has been convicted.
Jewe nari inyuma y'inkambi mu nzu zari zihari ariko mu buryo n'amasasu yari kwatwinjirana. Muri uwo mwanya sinamenya uko nabyita cyane, abantu bararaswa, abantu baricwa, kugeza igihe abantu bamwe bari bafite ibipurizo. Abantu benshi barabizi kuko mu gihe igipurizo twari tukizi ko ari ugupuriza inka, nico cyari kirimo essence, bagenda bashahira inkambi. Nuko gushahira za nkambi noneho bakakirizaho n'umwambi.
Inkambi yaratutse. There was a smoke, a fire that you could just see light up the sky, and then induru y'abantu. So you could just hear people screaming, and you could just see it up, umuriro wawaka in the air. That's one sound that 21 years old. 21 years later, that sound still ringing in my ear. Iyo muriro, iyo mutekereje, like when there's a fire, like July 4th, that always remind me of that day.
Abantu bose bari kumara kubica bakabitwika. Rero nanje ntagurutse ngo mbanda se bamaze kurasa umwana wanjye mu bino n'amadamu nabo ntekana ndaguruka kugira abanici avuga ngo mbona abantu ko ndagerageza ndahaguruka kugira ngo bandase ntabona nko bundagira biranga. Ubwo naciye ubushi ndagenda ihema ndasohoka ndagenda maze gushika nkariya ndavuga ndahemutse ndasondagaruka siza abana mu mukore ndagenda ndabavuye nti muze tugende naciye ihema mugurikire abana barankurikira amadamu turagenda.
The night of August 13th, 2004 began like every other night. Fires burned down to embers. The camp grew quiet. Families went to sleep. Then the silence broke.
That night, it was a kind of a strange night. I remembered that I wasn't fall asleep yet. I was still awake. And then we started hearing the gunshots. When we heard the gunshot, what happened in Burundi, there's this saying that there's thieves that come to steal cows. So every time you hear a gunshot, don't freak out. That was the concept. Don't freak out. Don't do anything crazy. It's just thieves who are here to steal people's cow, and then they will leave. So that's the mindset people had. So, but as the gunshots they kept shooting, it started to be something unusual. It was like a rain of gunshots. People were screaming. You were calling God to find a survival. So what I remember, I woke up, got up from the mattress where I was, get my clothes. Some people, they slept without clothes and back home. So I put myself clothes, and then I told my other roommate, hey guys, let's dress up. we are under attack. But at that time, the adults already knew that the camp was attacked. So the gunshots went crazy around, I will say, 40 minutes or 45, and then it stopped. There was a silence of gunshot. From that time to the moment you realize that you are being attacked on your own tent, the only sign to know was people screaming, "Oh, I'm dying. Oh, God help me. Oh, my dad help me. I'm being shot, or I just being shot. Right now, I've been shot on my leg, my arm." And plus that, I was not sleeping on the same tent with my family. So the only survival place we had was to cut the tent, not from the main door of the tent, back door of the tent, or the end of the tent. So I don't know who find tools or knife or whatever they found. They cut the tent, and then the parents who were there, he told us, "Guys, do whatever it takes. Get out the tent. The camp has been attacked, and then some of the tents are being burned." So all three of us, the guy who was sitting next to us, sleeping next to us at that moment, he told us that he has been shot, and then other people in the same tent, they were being shot as well. You can hear people screaming, "Oh, I'm being shot. This place, this place." It was crazy situation. So after that, we got up. The only hope I had at that moment, or the prayer that I had at that moment, was, "God help me to get out of this situation."
Gatumba nahuriye papa, nkahurira mama. Papa yitwaga Rukamigwa hose y'amahinga. Mama yitwaga Marisiyana Nyabintu. Bahurira musaza wanje witwaga Bisitsa Amahinga. Bahurira mukuru wanje witwaga Munezero Muhire. Bahurira uwo twanganaga Nyabyinshi Muhire. Bahurira abana ba mukuru wanje babiri, Felix na Fi. Ariko maze kubakana n'umutware wanje, nawe yahahuriye mama wiwe na mukuru wiwe witwaga Muhorana. Urumva nabuze hafi abantu 9 cyangwa barenga.
Ikintu kwibagirwa ni hejuru ya Rukamirwa n'umugore we. Bari imbere iwe watangiraga hariya ku muryango wa buroke yacu, nanje nkaba inyuma. Ariko hari umugabo w'amahoro, sinari muzi, bari bavuye muri Zura, natwe tutuyumvira, ariko noneraho yari umugabo kuri w'amahoro menshi. Twahoraga tuganira, useka na madamu wiwe, abantu b'imico myinshi, imico myiza. Ibyo bintu sinzabyibagirwa. Zanibuka bamaze niwe batangiriyeho, uko umwana avuga niwe batangiriyeho, kandi ibyo twako tubyumva, ntabari kureba, ariko ariko tubyumva bihabiba. Nk'umugabo yahagusagira ngo yirwane asohoka, ariko kumbu niwe batangiriyeho.
Twakoresheje abantu 3, bakuru bacu n'abahungu na papa. Imagine tazibagirwa for me, nukuntu papa yapfuye, kuko niwe bari turyamanye hasi. They shot him ruhande,
Baramurashe ku ruhande.
baramurashe ku ruhande, ndetse bamutera grenade mu mutwe. That's how yapfuye.
3 days after the attack, the community buried its dead. 166 people. Behind every number was a name. Behind every name was a life that will not come back.
Ishano nuko abantu bicwa batazize amakosa yabo, ariko bazize ico barico, ururimi bavuga cyangwa isura yabo. Ishano kandi nuko abantu bishwe n'abantu bavuye muri Kongo. Iyo jenoside yabereye mu Burundi, abishwe n'abakongomani. Rero umuntu akaba yibaza niba hari amoko amwe agomba kubaho nandi atagomba kubaho.
Every year, on the 13th of August, those who survived return. They stand in the place where it happened. They light candles. They read the names, all 166 of them, one by one. Because reading the names is a way of saying, you existed, you mattered, you are not forgotten. They bring their children, children who were not yet born when it happened, who stand in this place and learn what their family carries, so that the memory does not die with the generation that lived it.
Famille Serugarukira Antoine nabitanga Serugarukira Nyantebuka Serugarukira, hanyuma hariho abandi bantu babiri batabashe kumenyekana kubera ko bari bahiye birenze uko bashobora kubamenya.
Iyo turira nuko imitima iberemere kandi twabuza abantu bacu tubireba n'amaso, kandi bagenda bihuse cyane uburyo twatunguka.
Ninko ibintu byari byarateguwe, hari amakambi yaratuwemo n'abanyamurenge, abandi nabo bakongomani n'abarundi bari mu makambi yabo asukwa. Aho narindi nabonye abantu bapfa, njewe uvuga mushike wanje nkurikira uwo munsi yaguye aho, twarasohotse dusohoka tuba muri iryo hema, iwe baramurasa urusasu rwo mu mutwe, hanyuma baza kumutwika ariko ntiyahiye wese, yahiye nk'ukuguru amashitinga amugwaho. Hari ibyagerageje gukorwa mu ruhande rwacu mu nyandiko no mu nkiko no gutanga ibirego, ibyo byarakozwe. Twabitanze mu gihugu cyabereyemo ayo marorerwa aricyo cy'u Burundi, kugira ngo kibashe gukurikirana n'abemeye ko ari bo bisha abo bantu barimo Agatorwasa na Pasiteri Habimana, kandi bari mu gihugu cy'u Burundi hidegembye. Abo niho hambere twasabye. Aha kabiri ni igihugu cya Kongo aricyo dukomokamo, aricyo abanyamurenge bakomokamo. Twasabaga ati namwe nimuturenganure aka karengane twakorewe, kuko harimo uruhare rw'abantu bazanye igitero bakivana muri Kongo.
Every year we have a memorial in August to honor them, to speak on their behalf, and the people even currently who are not in their home, they're still being chased away, being killed. So all these situations, the same thing that the tragedy that took place in Gatumba is still happening. So the memory we have for them is to say no to these such things.
Cyanejeje umutima wanje nuko abasigaye babayeho, abari bahiye bari barashwe mu mitwe babaho, kandi nyuma yabo ngira abandi benshi ndunguka kubw'Imana.
We do this every year so we can raise awareness and seek justice, because what happened in 2004 is still happening up to today.
Remember Gatumba, not as a tragedy of the past, as an obligation of the present.
Watu ambao tunawafahamu washughulikiwe kwa minajili ya sheria, wasakwe. Kama wako Kongo wasakwe, kama wako Ulaya wasakwe, ili iwe funzo kwa wengine ya kwamba huwezi kuua bila kuwajibika. Kwa waliofariki, jukumu letu ni kuwakumbuka na kuwaenzi jinsi tunavyowakumbuka na kuwaenzi. Na mambo kama haya yanastahili kufundishwa katika kila shule, iwe katika mitaala, ili vizazi vya sasa, vizazi vya kesho vikumbushwe ya kwamba kulikuwa na mauaji kama haya.